Hello. Oh, I have to burp.
Could have been better.
It really could have. It was kind of sad. Hi, everybody. It's me, Eli, from Superstar Zine. I'm here in beautiful Austin, Texas, with my dear friend, and we're going to do a sweet little interview for you. So, to start off, I'd like to know, what is your name and what do you do?
My name is Grayson Harper. I am a trans poet from Texas.
I wanna get stoned. I don't wanna vote. Haven't I cast my ballot with the words I wrote and the things I said, some of which I meant, places I go to and the money I spend.
I make zines, I write poetry, I do collages. Yeah, that's basically it.
Fucking rock and roll. That's beautiful. What does your zine making process look like?
It is kind of all over the place, especially when I start planning for more collage-based zines, because I used to just make like a mock-up, like I would just make a zine and then make the thing by hand, and it would be like an outline, and then I'd be like, okay, now I'll design this for real. But then when I started doing more collage-centered zines, like when I first made Boy Blood, that was the first time I did a full zine with collage instead of just like text and poetry and stuff. I ended up just having to make all of the like pages on separate like sheets of folded paper.
Yeah, so like they're separated,
Yes.
not back to back.
Yes.
Bro, I do that too, and like I'll go to the print shop and people will be like, "Why did you do all that?" I'm like, "You don't get it.
You don't get it.
You don't
I
get
can't
it.
have these fucking scan lines in my
Yes,
zine. I
that's what I'm
can't.
saying.
I really can't.
Okay, when did you start doing poetry, and then when did you start turning that into zines?
Okay. I started doing poetry in like I think I was 11 or 12. And I was starting to like come to terms with like identity stuff, but I didn't really fully grasp like
you knew
how to
something was
cope.
up.
Yeah, like I knew something was up, and I was like, something really weird is going on inside of me, and I already do a lot of thinking in my head. Like when I was a kid, I used to narrate everything I did like it was a book in my head. So I was like, maybe I should try writing. And then I started writing poetry, and it was really bad because I was a child, obviously. But I got a little better, and then I started making zines out of my poetry when I was 17, I think. So like in 2023.
You started making zines, and you've like released them to all these DIY spaces, basically. How has the DIY community like impacted your life?
Like in so many good, awesome ways. Probably the fact that I'm friends with so many beautifully like talented and interesting people.
It's
Crazy. And it's like I get to have the best conversations and I get to know the best people. And also I get to just like be surrounded by art a lot of the time, which is really important to me, and I think is really like my quality of life would decline so much if I wasn't able to be around art as often as I am. So I think that would probably be like the biggest like pro.
If I can add on to that, I just want to do like a shout out to the Texas scene, because y'all are insanely talented motherfuckers. I have been a lot of places in the world, but like I feel like the most like hopping shows, like the most I've ever seen people like really show up for the music, the art, it's gonna be in Texas. People are dying to get out of their fucking air-conditioned, government-sanctioned neighborhoods, and they want to be out and they want to be consuming art. And I think that is very beautiful, and I really want to see more of that throughout the whole country. So
Get like Texas.
Texas is crazy. I feel like people start things at a very young age, and they know that they can be very talented, and I really love that about the scene here. Sorry to get yappy and add on to you.
No, but you're totally right.
But yeah, he agrees. So
I agree.
we basically just said the same thing. So yeah, your work focuses primarily on you being like a trans man in Texas. How has that like expression like helped you, changed anything about your expression? What is your experience with that basically?
Getting to like use art and my zine to like connect with other trans people definitely was like a huge huge part of like coming to terms with my identity, because even though I did start when I was 17, and by the time I was 17 I had been working through it for so long that I had reached a point where I was like, you know what, I do actually like, I like being trans. I would not change it. And I was really happy to reach that point. And then I got to make art about it and connect with people about it and share my experiences with other people who like cared about what I had to say, and I got to learn more about them. And I think that it brought me so much closer to other trans people, especially here in Texas. That was such an important part of my journey, I guess, is being close with other trans people, because community is really what it's all about. And art brought me that, and that's awesome. So yeah.
Yeah, there is such like a tender love between like trans people in this area. I had really, like, in my hometown I was one of the only like trans people around, but I feel like in Texas all of the people I've been able to stay with and all like the creators that I've connected with, like I will just find myself in like some trans person home, and it's like a safe place, and I can finally like just let myself breathe. It doesn't matter if I bind, it doesn't matter if I'm passing, like all of that melts away, and we're just talking about the shit that like actually matters. And it's like, shout out trans people in Texas.
Shout out trans people in Texas.
You guys are amazing. Never fucking let yourself be silenced. We are here for you. Do you have a favorite part of or memory from being involved in a DIY scene?
Ooh, that's a really hard question. ZineFest 2023. Because that was the first time that I ever sold Stitch and Strap.
Where was that at?
That was in Houston. ZineFest Houston 2023, my bad.
Who hosted that?
The Orange Show. It was my first time ever doing a ZineFest, and my first time selling Stitch and Strap. And I was really, really, really excited. I'd worked so hard on Stitch and Strap, and then all day long, people were coming back to my table and telling me, like, I like went off to the side and I read this whole thing and I couldn't put it down, and I got to have really, thank you, and I got to have such amazing conversations with people about like everything that I wrote about and how it connected with them. And at the end of the day, like, all my friends were there, and we were like packing up my car, and I think we were about to go eat somewhere, and I was just like, I was loading my chairs and my table into my car and shit, and I was just thinking like, man, like, today was awesome. Like, I don't think I ever want to stop doing this.
Yeah, that like first art market I ever like had my zines out, like I remember just like being mind blown after, and just being like, wow, my like people can see my art and feel something.
Exactly.
It's like that first time it like ever clicked for me. Is there anything that you really want people to take away from your work?
If there was anything that I wanted people to take away from my work, it would probably be to love the things that you maybe don't think matter very much about, like, smaller parts of your life. Because like the bigger thing with my work is, a lot of it is about like being trans and chronic illness and all that other stuff, but in every line of my work is an idea or a concept that was pulled from something smaller. Like, most of my writing starts with, I'll be like in the car and say I see like a group of interesting looking people, and two of them are like standing a little further off to the side having a separate conversation, and they're wearing interesting outfits. I'll put it in my notes app, I'll write down what they're wearing, and then I'll like use that to write something later, even if it turns out to be something completely unrelated. And so even though that's not explicitly like mentioned,
you're drawing on your life like that.
Yes, exactly. I would say the biggest takeaway from my work would probably be to draw from your life, because like, life is, there's so much to take, there's so much to take out of life. There's a million little things.
Life is art for real.
Life is art for real.
What does art making mean to you?
Oh God. To me, art making is very, it's like medicinal almost. Every day I need my required like sit down, quiet collaging / writing time, or else I actually go insane. Because to me, art making is like, it's a necessary part of my life. I think it's a necessary part of everyone's life, even if they don't know it yet.
Yeah, I agree with you. I hate when people say, oh, I can't draw.
Do it. Like, even if like, oh, I can't draw, I can't write, whatever. I can't dance, I can't sing.
The damn MoMA. Doesn't
First
have
of all,
to be playing for the Super Bowl halftime show.
Literally.
You can just do it.
Also, what do you mean you can't? You literally can. You just don't want to because you think that you're bad at it. And
make art. Oh, shit.
No.
And we're back.
And we're back.
And we are back. Oh, there's a beautiful moth on the tree.
Damn, that moth is beautiful.
Anyways, so, damn.
Oh my God.
Okay, flaunting your stuff. Work. What is next for you, Grayson Michael Harper? For your life, for your zines, for your writing? anything.
What's next for me? I am about to go to UT Austin. Hook 'em. I am planning a new zine right now. It's gonna be another collage zine. Not sure when it's gonna like come to fruition. Because I am gonna be in the next like few months starting a new school and moving into a new apartment and getting a new job. So it's in the works.
Yeah.
But I also am working on recording. Oh,
Anyways, rock and roll. Am I right?
am I right?
So you're getting a new job. You're starting a new school.
Yes.
You're working on a collage zine, and you're also working on what else?
I'm working on recording new music. With my goat, Jupiter. He'll probably watch this because he's so awesome and amazing. And supports me in everything I do, and I support him in everything he does, and he's literally the best person like ever on planet Earth. Me versus saying that about literally everyone I know. Anyway, and yeah, I'm gonna record some new music with Jupiter. It's gonna be really awesome, really fun. Not sure when, like release timeline is.
Keep an eye out for it though.
Yeah, Jupiter and I do live in different countries now, so release timeline is hesitant, but I'm really excited about that.
Okay,
So yeah.
Awesome. So where can we find your zine and where can we find your work?
So you can keep up with me on hello. Pardon? Bello.
Is it recording? Yeah, it's recording.
Yeah.
It sure is recording. Okay, where can we find your work?
You can find my work on Instagram at gmhriot. The link to my website to view and purchase my work is in the bio of that account. And if you want to keep up with my personal life, my personal Instagram is homopoetics.
Swish. Thank you so much. Is there anywhere we can find your music yet?
Not yet.
Not yet. Thank you so much for being on the channel. You had some beautiful answers.
Awesome conversation.
I hope you guys liked it. You have a beautiful day. Be sure to like, subscribe, go check out Mikey's work, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
Shout out.
Bless.
Nice hanging twins. Mikey, your swag is hell. It's cool to meet
It
you.
was so good to meet you, Taylor.
See y'all next
I'm
time.
actually getting emotional, guys. No, like I'm actually like if you like fed into it for like 3 minutes, I'd be in tears.
Yeah, low-key, me too.